Once upon a time there was a parachute. This parachute was a really special one because this was the first parachute made ever. It was made in the 15th century by some German guy, and it was made from pure gold. He figured out a way how to make gold in a way that it can work as a parachute. So it was, yeah, it was kind of magical, nearly, yeah. He was burnt, actually, because of that. It looked like the sun was floating in the sky somehow. So when people saw it, they reacted, especially in the 16th century, like, oh God, what is happening? Some were happy, some were scared. And yeah, it just looked beautiful. It was really, really big and gold and shiny. In the 10 kilometers radius around it, animals could start to speak in human language. So when it was around, people could understand birds talking and dogs talking, rabbits talking, and yeah, that was it. And all the birds and rabbits and ducks were saying, "Oh my God, what a beautiful parachute it is!" Yeah, well, it was an amazing effect because to have a conversation with your pets, or if you're a farmer and to have your pigs tell you what they would prefer to eat, or you know, the dog is smelling that some soldiers are coming from that direction and it can tell you, not just barking at you. So it was very, very useful, and also it made people more humane because they could understand the fears and the feelings of their animals much more than beforehand. So they gave much better food to them, and they petted them a lot, and they let them go out free on the field because they had a conversation. So they could tell the pigs that, okay, you can walk out now for a walk, but please come back by 5 p.m. and then I give you some really good quality food. So yeah, they could have this conversation. So it was better for all the people and for the animals too. And as we all know, animals taste much better if they are happy. So actually it was very good for the economy because they could sell these very tasty, happy pigs and rabbits and chickens. However, there was the king of the country next door, who was not happy about the economy getting better and better and better in this land. So he found a mirror that could make animal lie. So what happened was that he gave these mirrors out to all these people in this magical land where they had the magical parachute, and the mirror made the animals swear, like saying things, "Fuck you, farmer, just fuck off, you are an idiot," and stuff like that. So the animals became quite verbally hostile, and it didn't help with the relationship between the animals and the farmers. Obviously, it wasn't good for the economy because people were really mad at their animals, and they were just shooting them around and kicking them around and just killed basically most of their animals. But then there were no more animals around, and those who stayed, they just ran away to some other land to free themselves from these crazy, aggressive people. So there were no more animals around. There was basically no meat to eat. So this land became vegan at a very early age, like in the 16th century. They could only eat carrots and potatoes and stuff. So as a result, they got all very sick, all the people, because they couldn't get vitamins. There were no medicine back then. So obviously, if you only eat carrots and potato in the 16th century and no meat, then you just die at a very young age and just suffer from all different kind of diseases that you can suffer from. Yeah, so animals were dying, people were dying, everybody was depressed. Okay, so there was this cat, which was abandoned poorly at a very young age because of the people shot its mother and its siblings, and the father left the family earlier because they are cats. So it was just wandering around on his own, like it was still a small kitten. And then it wandered off to another land, and there he met a fox. And the fox was a very, very smart animal, well, usually they are. And the fox told the cat about all, because the fox knew everything, it was like the Yoda of that land. And so this Yoda fox just told the cat everything that he needed to know about the parachute and about the mirror. And the fox also knew how the cat could fight the powers of the mirror. The cat only needed a little sword that it could hold in its little paws, and then just strike at the mirror, and that little special sword would just break the mirror into pieces, and then it would break the spell, and the parachute could just make the positive things once again like it used to be. So those tiny pieces of glass, they had a different effect than the whole mirror, because it had an effect on plants. It made plants attack people, those tiny little pieces. So people were walking on the field and just the grass bit them, and just the flowers tried to suffocate them. It wasn't easy for flowers, but they tried their best. And trees also just grabbed them and nearly killed them in the forest. Okay, and 10 years later, there was this land where people and animals were fighting the plants together, because the plants were very vicious. They just tried to kill the people all the time. Not the animals, they were okay with the animals, only the people. So the animals, which became friends with the people again, led by this cat, which was about 11 years at the time, so it was, still strong. They were fighting together against these crazy trees and flowers and different kind of plants, but the animals and the humans were friends again, and they just really adored each other.